My name is Sophie Bennett, and I'm 27 years old. That night at my parents' house changed everything. My older sister Jessica stood up during dessert and said the words that broke me. Sophie, your little bakery business is dying. I'll give you $1 for it. Everyone at the table started laughing. My dad shook his head like I was a joke. My mom rolled her eyes and whispered something to Jessica. I felt my chest get tight. My hands started shaking. So I stood up, pushed my chair back, and walked straight out the front door. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just left. But here's what they didn't know. I was about to change the entire game. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your city below because this story gets wild. The drive home felt like forever. My hands gripped the steering wheel so hard they hurt. I kept hearing Jessica's voice in my head. $1, like my bakery meant nothing. Like the 3 years I spent building it from scratch didn't matter. See, I started Sweet Dreams Bakery right after college. No help from my family, no big loans. Just me, my tiny kitchen, and a dream to make the best custom cakes in Denver. Jessica runs Bennett Catering, the family business my parents handed to her. Big trucks, fancy events, money everywhere. And she HATED that I didn't want to work for her. When I got home, I sat at my kitchen table staring at my laptop. My phone buzzed. It was a text from my biggest customer, Riverside Hotel. Sophie, we're canceling our weekly order. Found someone else. My heart dropped. Riverside ordered 50 cupcakes every single week. That was half my income. Something felt wrong, really wrong. I called them immediately. Who told you to cancel? I asked. The manager hesitated. Someone from your company called us. Said you were shutting down and recommended Bennett Catering instead. I couldn't breathe. Jessica didn't just mock me at dinner. She was destroying my business behind my back. I grabbed my notebook, the one where I write down every recipe, every customer, every idea. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear. If Jessica wanted war, I'd give her one. But I wouldn't fight loud. I'd fight smart. That night, I made a list. Every customer, every supplier, every baker who ever worked with me. I needed to protect what I built before she took it all away. Sleep didn't come. I stayed up making phone calls, sending emails, and planning moves Jessica would never see coming. The next morning, I called my friend Daniel, who works in business law. Daniel, I need help, fast. He came over with his laptop and we sat at my table for hours. He explained something called restructuring. Basically, I could create a new business name, move all my recipes and customers to it, and leave Sweet Dreams Bakery as an empty shell. It's completely legal, Daniel said. If she tries to take over the old business, there'll be nothing left to take. My brain was spinning. This could actually work. For the next 5 days, I worked like a machine. I created a new company called Dream Baker Studio. Different name, different address, same recipes, same heart. I called every single customer personally. Hi, this is Sophie. I'm moving to a new location with better equipment. Can I count on your order next week? Most of them said yes immediately. They didn't care about the name. They cared about my cinnamon rolls and chocolate cakes. I moved all my equipment to a small commercial kitchen space across town. New ovens, new mixers, everything fresh. My assistant, Riley, helped me pack every single cupcake liner and mixing bowl. What's going on, Sophie? She asked. Just trust me, I said. Something big is about to happen. I copied every recipe into a locked digital file. I backed it up 3 times on different computers. No one could steal what I created, not even family. By Friday night, Dream Baker Studio existed, fully operational, fully legal, customers transferred, equipment moved. The old Sweet Dreams Bakery, just an empty name on paper. Jessica thought she was hunting a wounded deer. She had no idea the deer had already disappeared into the forest. Saturday morning, I was mixing batter for a wedding cake when my door slammed open. Jessica walked in first. My parents were right behind her. My dad looked angry. My mom looked disappointed. Same faces as always. Time to sign the papers, Sophie, Jessica said, waving a folder in my face. We're taking over Sweet Dreams Bakery. You can work for me now or you can leave with nothing. I wiped flour off my hands and smiled. Actually smiled. You can have Sweet Dreams Bakery, I said calmly. But there's nothing in it anymore. Jessica's face went pale. What are you talking about? I handed her a single piece of paper. All the recipes are mine, protected by copyright. All the customers moved to my new business. All the equipment is gone. Sweet Dreams Bakery is just a name now, an empty one. My dad stepped forward, pointing his finger. "You can't do this, we'll sue you." I pulled out my phone and called Daniel. "You're on speaker, Daniel." His voice came through loud and clear. "Everything Sophie did is completely legal. She owns her intellectual property. She gave proper notice to customers. If you want to sue, we have evidence of business interference." That text to Riverside Hotel, we traced it back to Jessica's phone. The room went silent. Jessica's mouth opened, but no words came out. My mom grabbed her purse like she wanted to leave. "You destroyed the family," my dad said, his voice shaking. I looked him straight in the eyes. "No, you destroyed it when you laughed at my dream, when you told me I'd never be successful, when you helped Jessica sabotage my customers." I pointed to the door. "You wanted to buy me for $1. Now you can't buy me for $1,000,000. Get out of my kitchen." Jessica tried one more time. "This isn't over, Sophie." I opened the door wider. "Yes, it is. Daniel, are you recording this?" "Every word," he confirmed through the phone. They left without another word. No apologies, no backtracking, just silence. The door closed and I stood there shaking, not from fear, from power. Riley came out from the back room, eyes wide. "Sophie, that was incredible." I started laughing, actually laughing. For the first time in weeks, I felt free. 2 weeks later, Bennett Catering lost 3 major contracts. Turns out, when word spread about what Jessica did, people didn't want to work with her anymore. Business owners hate sabotage. They stopped trusting her. My uncle Marcus called me. "Sophie, I'm so proud of you, kid. I always knew you had fire in you." Hearing that made me cry. Good tears this time. Dream Baker Studio started getting new orders every single day. A restaurant downtown wanted my desserts on their menu. A coffee shop chain asked for a partnership. Everything I lost came back doubled. One evening, I got an email from my parents. The subject line said family meeting. I deleted it without opening. Some bridges you burn on purpose. My best friend Emma came over that night with pizza. "You're like a superhero," she said, laughing. "You didn't need powers, just a plan." I raised my soda can. "To planning ahead and protecting what matters." We clinked cans and ate pizza on my kitchen floor, surrounded by cake boxes and the smell of vanilla. Standing in my new kitchen at midnight, I thought about that dinner. The $1 offer, the laughter. The shame they tried to make me feel. I'm not that scared girl anymore. I don't beg for respect. I don't apologize for winning. I build doors where I need them and lock out people who hurt me. Jessica wanted to buy my dream for pocket change. Instead, she lost her reputation. My parents wanted me to fail and come crawling back. Instead, I thrived without them. Blood doesn't make you loyal. Respect does, and I'll never settle for less again. If this story inspired you, drop a comment below telling me what you would do. You're not alone here. Subscribe to Iron Revenge for more stories about people who fought back and won. Hit that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tomorrow brings more work, more cakes, more success, and I'm ready for all of it.